Sound check. How about now? Up. All right. Let me figure this out real fast. All right. And it's just going to freeze up like this because I have shitty internet. And I'm using my laptop instead of my phone, which I usually stream off of the 5G. Off of the 5G. We'll go for it. If it's an issue, I'll just switch to my phone. All right, cool. Well, let's just get started. Um, so let's see. I wanted to. Cool. Thanks, Little Klondike. All right, so I'm going to do this. I'm going to switch to this. Um, all right, cool. So, hey, Trevin, what's going on, man? Thanks for hanging out. Klondike, we got Trevin. We got my editor up in here, aka me. All right, so this first story is kind of crazy. So I'm in Orleans, so this one kind of hits close to home. So it says NOPD off found dead in Gentilly. Chief says it's a bad day. So Gentilly is just the name of we have here. So it's all split up. Like for instance, I live in, I guess you could say it's the 2 lane area next to the 2 lane. Anyway, let's see. A 9-year-old New Orleans Police Department veteran and mother of two was found a gunshot wound in her home Tuesday in the second fire to rack the NOPD in as many weeks, officials say. So I don't know if you guys remember, but I did a live stream uh, during one of my lunch breaks. Yeah, he's been having a bad career for sure. Uh, so there's this lady, she worked for NOPD and she also like moonlit or whatever as a Uber driver. And one of her fares that she picked up like stabbed her to death. So it was a pretty bad situation. So right now it looks like TISA officials and the mayor showed up and yes, so far, so the officer's death was considered unclassified as of 10 a.m. Homicide detectives in the investigation with the support of NOPD's Forced Investigation Team. Unclassified deaths are recategorized to homicides, suicides, and deaths by natural and accidental causes. So they can't confirm anything. The police were called 30, where they found the officer. They didn't release her name yet. Someone who owns a bakery a couple of miles away said that they just moved in. You know, she had kids. She's a beautiful person. Never said anything bad. All right, so here we go. This is the interesting part. According to Adrian Darby's son, uh, which this lady owns the bakery, the officer displays her smile every morning. So what happened is the son of the bakery owner helped jump this lady, the deceased police officer, jump her car that morning. before he used to work at the bakery. Then he went back around when he forgot like his keys to the shop, and at around 8:30 he heard a gunshot. So here's a quote from him. It says the shot sounded like something fell inside the house. It happened so fast. She didn't like anything was wrong. So um so, so I don't know if you guys know PD decree, which means pretty much under um like federal uh like oversight. So the feds pretty much oversee everything that NOPD does, like their policies, their like paperwork, like everything has to be like by the book. Like they're so strict, or they're supposed to be, because NOPD had a really bad rap for killing people and taking people hostage on bridges and then shooting them and murdering them, or murdering them and putting them in things like that. So they had a pretty bad rap. So there are no details. So it seems like a hit or something to me. That's just speculation. So I had tweeted about this, and I just said like, blue on blue. Like, did she have a grudge? Like, did somebody have something against her? Like, so I don't know. That's a pretty crazy one. I don't know what you guys think. So I don't know. Something's thinning out the herd, having some connection issues. Stand by. All right. All right. So how are you guys doing on the day night? So I was watching a live stream yesterday from Legally Armed America, and I don't know if you guys follow him, but he does a lot of Second Amendment news and stuff like that. Well, he's over here in Louisiana as well, in Lake Charles. So uh, I don't know where you guys. So imagine Louisiana shaped like a boot. So I'm at the toe, and where he's located, he's more by Texas, and I'm over here by Mississippi. Anyway, on his stream, uh, he mentioned that the CDC, Little Klondike Outdoor, says I was watching Paul as well last night. Cool, yeah, dude, Paul's a good dude. So I can't remember if it was in his live stream last night or in another video I saw, but the CDC, they usually, or they used to keep record of like all of like the defensive handgun use. It was pretty staggering. I think it was somewhere between like 600,000 and like 3 million. Well, they got some these gun control groups and stuff like that, and they put pressure on them to take the list down. Well, Klondike Outdoor says I leave Kim. Yeah. Uh, so the story, I think they say they claim to, they're going to evaluate how they categorize all of this statistically. So I think that's kind of bullshit, and I think they're going to redefine everything just like they do with everything else, and they are going to make it seem like there is never any defensive use of handguns. I just wanted to let's just check that story out real fast. So here we go. So this is from The Reload. So this is from emails and stuff. So this is like some real leak stuff from somebody inside. So this is pretty interesting. So let's see. Yeah, making their narrative exactly just like they do everything else. You're absolutely right. They're all controlled by, like for instance, what's that one? There's Demand Action. They grassroots, but it's just a Giffords run organization. It's all just big money. So the CDC deleted a study commission after a group of gun control advocates complained it made passing restrictions more difficult. Like, just look at that first line. Of course they would complain because, of course, passing more restrictions should be more difficult. Like, these people, like, they're so dumb. So the lobbying campaign months and accumulated with a private meeting CDC officials and 3 advocates last summer, a collection of emails obtained by the Reload show. So first of all, I have to say that that's bullshit that there was no representation from any pro-2A groups or pro-gun groups. So, where's that? Introductions from the White House and Senator Dick Durbin's office helped the kids reach top officials at the agency after their initial attempt to reach went unanswered. The advocates focused their complaints on the CDC's description of its review of studies that offensive gun uses happen between 60,000 and 2.5 million per year in the United States, attacking criminologist Gary Kleck's work establishing the top end of the range. 2.5 million defensive uses of handguns. I would say that's more than criminal uses of handguns, maybe. I could, fact check myself on that, but I don't think I'm gonna. I think I'm just gonna go with what I think is correct. And I think that the good guys win on that one. All right, here we go. The 2.5 million number needs to be killed, burned deep, killed again and burned again. The attendees wrote to CDC officials after their meeting. God, sounds like such a wuss. It's highly misleading. It's used out of context, and I honestly believe it has zero value, even as an outlier point in honest defensive gun use discussions. Why would you not estimate it at the high end? Like, it's not. We're not saying just 2.5 million. Like, we're discussing a range, right? It's so dumb. Like, I would give them that. It'd be done in the proper, fair way. So, let's see. Having some connection issues. Stand by. All right, I think we're back. So sorry about that, guys. Let's see. I might just switch to my phone. So yeah, I think I'm gonna because this is so I'm just gonna end the stream on this real fast, guys, and then I'm gonna switch to my phone because that's more reliable anyway. So and I'm just gonna hit this. So you guys stand by.